Well, the sun splashing down downtown Indianapolis. So glad you could join us, getting you ever closer towards Williamsport, PA, the place to be. And today, Midwest Region underway here at Little League Central Region Complex. The Midwest Region, Minnesota and Missouri. Coon Rapids getting set to tangle with Columbia, MIZ, as their fans like to call them. So glad you can join us. And what an exciting time of year it is here in the heart of the summertime in America's heartland. Weather right now appears to be holding off, which is good news. He's Lance Cormier. I'm Roy Philpott. We're excited to be here. And boy, it's always exciting when you start to think about Williamsport, PA, the Little League World Series. We are back.
Yeah, that's the part where everybody wants to go to, right? You play Little League Baseball, you see that on ESPN, and like that's your dream to play for. And right now, these guys get a shot. This is where it starts.
This is exactly where it starts. So bad weather maybe pushing through later. We hope that that stays away. We'll take a look at both of these teams and what they bring to the table. Explosive squads. They've got some arms we're going to see on the mound, and they can absolutely match. Starting with this Minnesota team, when you look at some of their numbers, it is the continuous batting order, beginning with Logan Zillmer batting leadoff, the hard-hitting second baseman. Roberts and Hodgson we'll see here at least that much in our first frame, but scored over 130 runs in their route to make it this far here to this Midwest region.
Yeah, and that's the biggest part, is that they know they need to come out there swinging, but Gavin Otis is going to be the guy that's going to attack that lineup. And again, when you have the opportunity, you're going to try to conserve pitches, because this is a tournament where you have pitch count rules, so you want your offense to be explosive, but you got to throw strikes, and Otis right here going to be the first person to attack the strike zone.
Otis from John Warner Middle School on the mound for Missouri, dressed in the black pants with the darker red jerseys, and Minnesota in the white jerseys and white pants. Underway upstairs, ball one. Brian Jackaway calling balls and strikes behind home plate today. Hardworking umpiring crew done a fantastic job up to this point on the outer edge to even the count at a ball and a strike. Well, it's obviously important to get off to a good start when you're in tournament play and you're trying to reach Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And you want to get things cooking early if possible.
But you know, as these kids come out here, there's some nerves, there's some anxiousness, and so it's who's going to be able to go out there and just allow the game to come to them and not force it.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Logan Zillmer, lefty, plenty of speed, will fly out of the batter's box today. Big fan of LeBron James. Says that's a celebrity that he wants to meet. Who doesn't want to meet LeBron?
I was about to say.
Now with the 76ers, high and tight, full count to start.
Doing a good job right here, though. I mean, again, mentioned the pitch count. You're going to hear a lot of that as you watch these games in this tournament, you know, and being strategic about when pitchers are pulled. So having a leadoff guy.
Little floater, no man's land, right in the Bermuda Triangle, and it drops. A blue base hit to start. And a knock for Minnesota. Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Zillmer's aboard.
Yeah, nice job right there. 6-pitch at bat. Gets the ball in play, just punches it right over the shortstop. But right between that little Bermuda Triangle, falls in. Gets the party going.
Here's Levi Roberts, Oakville Middle School, also a big hockey player. Love the guys that play baseball and hockey. That is a dynamic duo of sports.
Well, I mean, that's the biggest thing, too, is multiple sports for guys. And you want to be able to get away from the game. And too many players are starting to get.
Popped up right side, and a shallow right, an easy play to Dodson out there.
They're starting to get too specialized, and you never leave the game, right? They're playing fall ball, they're playing ball in the springtime at their schools, and then they go play summer ball, and they just never give the arm an opportunity. So seeing guys play football, basketball, and like you said on this team, hockey, love it.
I'm guessing you didn't play hockey back.
Did not play hockey.
Down in Louisiana. Off speed stays upstairs for Wesley Hodgson.
Now, when I was in high school, they had a East Coast Hockey League. I guess it was like AA. The Louisiana Ice Games. Led the league in attendance like 4 straight years.
Ice hockey
in South Louisiana. The Cajuns love to see those boys fight.
outside and just missed. 3 straight out of the zone. Otis got a battle back here. The runner at first base just underway. Hard of the plate and a called strike. We're talking to the Minnesota coaching staff this past week, and manager Ben Roberts, he said Hodgson hit a baseball as far as he's ever seen a 12-year-old hit it. Deep in the hole at short. Kovar will get the force in second for out number 2. So Zilmer's a race. And Hodgson aboard with 2 away.
Batting fourth, number 9. Pitcher.
So 2 quick outs after the leadoff knock. And a nice play by Kovar on the backhand delivery to get the force out and the lead runner. Upstairs to Brady Young, toughest player according to manager Ben Roberts. You always like to be designated the toughest player on the squad.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing for the coach to call you, and obviously he's the guy that's going to get the ball on the other side too on the mound, Brady Young. So the cleanup hitter, toughest guy. I'm gonna say he's probably their best player. If you're the first pitcher seeing the ball.
To the mound off the backstop, advancing to second will be Hodgson, and so a runner in scoring position now for the first time. And a 3-0 count. That one came in high and tight to Young, and Missler unable to corral it cleanly. And we'll see if Brady Young can do some damage here. Maybe my favorite quote I read leading into this week. 4 straight out of the zone now, runners at first and second for Brady Young. Lance wants to be an MLB ball player, wants to reach the bigs. Of course, we all do. His backup plan, though, already has been written in stone. That doesn't work out. He wants to be an electrician.
Okay, at least we got the backup plan. That's a lot of times I went in with no backup plan. I'm like, there's no way. This is what we're doing, and we'll figure it out if we don't. But hey, I like he's playing it early. You don't see. I mean, that's a trade. You're seeing less and less guys go to the trade route, so I like that.
So Zilmer comes in to run at first. And Hammond fouls it straight back top of the netting. Brian Hammond, number 3, great hair, runs like a deer. And his dad, a part of this coaching staff. Boy, the T-ball picture, you can't beat that. Chance to do some damage off speed and high again. 1-1.
Best part about that is when the little league teams, they use like I've seen they use the big league teams or they use some of the minor league teams, and you get some good gear out of it.
Who doesn't love good gear?
Right, good gear is, it's free, it's for me, give me 3, right?
You and I played that card down at Auburn a couple of years back when we were doing a super regional.
Well, he hooked us up.
Helps when your son is going to play baseball there. Ball 2 strikes. Hammond ropes this one right to the left fielder. And a nice play by H.C. Reed. Pair is stranded, scoreless top of the first, and Missouri coming up to bat for the first time.
No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base.
Golden skies here in America's heartland. Whitestown, Indiana, the place to be. Bottom of the first inning. Missouri coming up to bat for the first time after Minnesota stranded a pair. The top half of the frame. Continuous batting order. They'll go 1 through 13 today. Kovar, Northweather, Messler will lead things off. Jackson Kovar swinging an awfully big bat. Smithton Middle School helped turn a triple play this year. Finally hit one over the fence. Ripcord ready to go today against Brady Young on the bump for Minnesota.
That feeling of the first over the fence home run.
Jackson Kovar.
Didn't hit many. So it was one of those where you don't forget that one.
And Young delivers first pitch off speed and just miss. 1-0 the count. Now Young, we saw draw that 4-pitch walk up to bat. Top half of this inning. Here's a strike. Kovar, the top of the lineup, of course, has a ton of speed. Good table setter, what you expect here at this level. Hammered foul. These two teams taking vastly different paths to make it this far. Win state and advance here to the Midwest region. Jackson Kovar, shortstop pitcher, hammers a foul again. He told us too this week, Lance, that if he had to pick one player on his team, just one,
okay,
most likely to survive the zombie apocalypse, McCoy Northweather, that's his guy. So just keep that in mind.
So I would say he's probably tough. We mentioned last inning about the toughness, and would better have a guy behind him.
A punch out and a strikeout. Novar caught looking. First strikeout for Young.
I really like the mechanics by Brady Young. He's just nice and smooth, stays from the stretch, attacks with the little cutter right there. It had been fastball, a little bit at the top of the zone, got a couple foul balls, but goes back to the cutter. I just like how quiet it is. It's just a little leg lift right back to the plate.
Speaking of Northweather, batting second right behind Kovar, so a little protection.
That's what I'm saying. He feels good because he's got the guy that's going to survive the zombie apocalypse right behind him.
All I know is I'm not teaming up with you to survive the zombie apocalypse.
I'm going to be behind you.
Northweather out of Russellville Middle School. Favorite team is the Atlanta Braves, which your humble play-by-play person can relate to. Perhaps not a very popular topic in this part of the country, but here we are. And the 1-1 paints the outer edge. For strike two, you mentioned mechanics. When you're looking at players and pitchers this age range, you played the sport at the highest level. What is Lance Cormier looking for? Off speed, a two-hopper to short, awkward hop. Levi Roberts is there. And up to the challenge for out number 2.
But the biggest thing is, and especially when you have guys that work with younger players, is you simplify things, right? Because the terminology can be a little confusing. You see how Missouri got to here at this point, but that's why I talk about Brady Young. I love how simplified the motion is. Where they can't steal with, they can't take a lead, so they can steal after the ball leaves the hand across the plate. So right now, you don't have to worry about being in the wind-up to stretch. So. But he's simplifying it by just gets the foot on the rubber, lifts it up, keeps the shoulder closed, attacks the zone.
A couple of nice plays at shortstop by both sides to start. Ball and a strike. Benjamin Missler, Southern Boone Middle School. Big basketball player. And the staff telling us this week he is like a wall behind the plate. Had the highest batting average in the state tournament at 750. It's eye-popping.
Yeah, well, man. You said he's a wall behind the plate. I mean, 5'9". Mentioned good basketball player. That he's tough to deal with inside the paint.
Hey, short people can play basketball too now.
Yeah, but I'm talking about inside the paint with the trees.
We can't do that. Now we can shoot the 3 and talk trash.
Usually the shorties can talk trash with the best of them.
Volume shooter is what I refer to myself as, and all the other smaller point guards out there. chucker even. Ball and 2 strikes, 13 pitches in, and Young, his second strikeout. Here in the first inning, we are scoreless through one entertaining start between Missouri and Minnesota. And Young has been awfully impressive. Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use hashtag LLWS, Little League World Series. Lance Cormier, Roy Philpott, sun splashing down for now, back in Whitestown, Indiana.
In the top of the second inning, leading off, third baseman, number 5.
It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Adam Grobner puts the ball in play, pure hitter. Number 5 over the hot corner tonight. I guess it's not night just yet, but it's easy to say night when you're talking about the day or day and night. Announcers do that all the time. It can be annoying. 22 pitches in, and a little squibber right off the edge. And picked up cleanly for out number 1. Hodgson up to that challenge, and that cue ball had a little awkward spin, and Grobner's retired.
For Minnesota.
The tough part, like you just mentioned, is when it's like 8 o'clock, but the sun's still shining, and I'll say day all the time.
I do that.
It's okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I don't mind.
People don't like it on social media sometimes.
I did have a play-by-play that grabbed my pen and wrote tonight on my paper so I could.
It's a little over the top. That's a little over the top. Serve foul. Smith Petticourt, the hitter, small but solid, Oakview Middle School. Also plays basketball, Lance.
Okay. I love the fact that we have a lot of just 2, 3, shoot, some of these probably have 4-sport athletes.
I mean, you're playing ball year-round. You're playing ball on Christmas Day.
No doubt. But that's what you want to do as a kid, man. It's got to stay active. Love the fact the answer back for Mr. Otis. Tough inning that first one. Some traffic on the base path, but now, boy, we're seeing a lot more pitches in the zone, just attacking.
These teams playing on television, if you read through their questionnaires that they filled out before heading here to Whitestown, Indiana, talk about their goals as 10, 11, 12, 13-year-olds growing up. Playing on TV, they're playing. Nerves are involved on a day like today, and you know that the further you go in this tournament, the better chance you have of being on the mothership, big ESPN. They want to get there, the 2-2. Do it again.
I mean, like, these kids are 12 playing on TV. I think the first time we got an opportunity to play on ESPN, because not many games were televised back in college, but it was, I think, my freshman year in college when you're going, wow, and these kids are already doing that now.
I never played a single sport on television. The first time I ever announced a game on TV, I was so nervous I could barely sleep or eat the entire day before. Heck, I was 28 years old when that went down. Can't imagine doing it at 12. Hammer down the left field line. And 2 hops off the wall. Petticourt rolls into second base with a stand-up double.
Boy, the pitch right here. And this is ball up in the zone. You talk about your tomahawk swing. Young kids love it up there. He gets up there, gets the head of the bat out, puts that ball down the line. I think he thought he might have got a little bit, but hustling out of the box, Love gets to second base into scoring position. It's our first good poke of the day.
That one had some pop off the bat. You and I were looking at each other right as we heard the sound and confirmed that it was going to drop in there. And right behind Reed all the way to the wall. Big opportunity here for Rain and Kramer. Fouls it away, a ball and a strike. Otis now at 33 pitches. Kramer, dream job would be an engineer. Play any position for his team. The Swiss Army knife of this group. Swanson foul. You know, this team from Coon Rapids, Minnesota, love to get started, get that first score and that first run on the board. And he rung him up on the outer edge. Strikeout for Otis, 2 away with still a runner at second base.
This is exactly what you want to do, boy. This is just a fastball trusted, glove side, down and away. Paints that on the outside part, freezes the hitter, picks up a big out.
Here's Parker Thule, youngest player on the team. Wears that number 4 in honor of his great-grandfather, who was a great baseball player who wore it. Outside corner, paints it beautifully. Petticourt still at second. This one lobbed down the right field line, and it rolls in to right field on some clean grass out there. Petticourt had to wait for it. He'll be stuck at third base. And so runners at the corners with 2 away. You didn't know if that one was going to be grabbed by Hodgson or Zilmer out that way.
There's a good inside-out swing by Thule, and he gets it out there. Third base coach he's flagging him home, and Petticourt just pulls up on his own. If he goes, he's probably safe because the throw went into first base.
2 away and a big cut by Weston Britz out of Oakview Middle. Team jokester. Lansing gives amazing speeches in the team huddle.
I love it. Special talent fishing.
Who wouldn't want that as a special talent? Say at 12 years old especially. You're living right.
No stress whatsoever. Just throw a little cast out.
Dream job is to be a tournament fisherman. Let's go. 0-2. 41 tosses in.
Ball to the first base umpire backhand.
For Otis. Overcast skies, sun trying to peek through. Wind blowing towards left field. Fouled away again. A good battle here between Otis and Britz.
It's a steady dose of fastballs from Gavin Otis. Just a guy believing in his heater. Right there, ball ran a little bit over the plate, a little hittable, so maybe want to get this one on the outside part of the plate. Looks like it's going to go up.
Good take. Britz backs away for ball 1. Minnesota, the manager Ben Roberts, Andy Hodgson coaching over at first base, Ross Kramer at third. Great conversations with this Little League organization this week leading into this Midwest region. Beautiful facility, the turf very well managed, immaculate today. Britz turns away, now a full count, so a big moment 3 balls, 2 strikes. In a scoreless game, top of the second. Winner of this one will face the winner of Wisconsin and Kansas. That'll be tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern. And now the payoff. Upstairs, and I mean, he just missed. That'll load him up. So Brits with an outstanding eye in that plate appearance.
Yeah, how about that? He goes, it was 4 straight strikes, fouled off a couple, and then he lays off one really close, and then how about this one? I think he thought he was out, stays there like, oh, okay, hold on. We don't have the strike call. Let me go down there to first base, getting on base right here.
Bases loaded. Braden Blum. Blum out of Oakview Middle School. Only lefty on the team. Left-handed delivery. Wants to play Major League Baseball. Plays football and hoops too. Nickname is B. Simple.
Effective.
But effective.
It is. 3 Sports Store.
Now a strike away from getting out of this mess is Otis. That's exactly what he does with a punchy. Minnesota leaves him loaded. And how about introduce yourself to Gavin Otis? Outstanding.
Yeah, right here, a little good morning, good afternoon, good night. Goes with the painted fastball. Gavin Otis pitches himself out of a jam.
Minnesota threatening, leaves them loaded. 3 knocks already. Bottom of the second, still scoreless. Midwest region opening round. Lance Cormier, Roy Philpott. Wind starting to cook a little bit. Straight out towards center field. And Ben Sublett, standout soccer player and wrestler, who also hoops it up, will lead things off. 4, 5, and 6. Team, Daniel Boone Little League in Columbia, Missouri. They got a nice send-off from the Mizzou baseball squad before arriving here in Whitestown. And the 0-1. It'll be a 3-hopper over to second. Plenty of time to first. Logan Zilmer get it done. Sublett retired. Gets us to H.C. Reed, otherwise known as Henry, out of Southern Boone Middle School. Well, you think about Mr. Reed, and he was actually born in Lubbock, Texas, so you know who he loves, the Red Raiders and Patrick Mahomes. If you're born in Lubbock, I think that's a law.
You have to.
You don't have a choice, do you?
Hottest I've ever been on a baseball field.
You guys played Texas Tech back in the day?
No, broadcasting.
Oh, you were a broadcaster, and it was the hottest you've ever been.
Well, going out there to talk to Coach Tadlock before the game, the turf, it was like 140 for the Super Regionals.
Holy moly.
May or may not have had shorts on in the booth.
Shorts are encouraged at that point.
We were like, hey, like I mean, that was like where your shins would burn on the turf when you just stood there. You had to move. Just couldn't imagine playing.
Did you have sunscreen on? Like, was the sun blaring down to the boot?
No, we were covered up with that.
Covered there.
We were covered.
All right, I don't want to hear anything. 1-2 to count.
Just giving a Lubbock story.
I do like a Lubbock story. I've only been there once. It was in February. It wasn't hot.
A lot of concrete.
Didn't think about it like that. Not a lot of concrete here. You got the highway right behind center field. I wonder if you could actually hit one that far. It's a long ways. And 2-2 right off the shoe tops.
Yeah, he stumbled. You can see he's messing with the mound, but as Young was coming down, that front foot hit the dirt a little too soon.
Young will take his time. The payoff pitch on the way. Foul tipped and grabbed cleanly. And the strikeouts for Brady Young. How much fun has he been to watch so far today?
Yeah,
Third strikeout.
That's a good job right there by his catcher, Kramer, squeezing that foul tip. A lot of times the ball will hit the mitt. You miss that out and hitter will get another chance, but Kramer picks him up, and you're right, Young with a great start. 5 up, 5 down.
Carter Bexton digs in as the ball trickles away from Kramer towards the backstop. Bexton out of Southern Boone Middle, too, also plays basketball. And Mr. C, this was my favorite line of the entire week. I know I said that there was one earlier that was better. This is the best one. His dream job to be an ESPN play-by-player. Carter, give me about 20 years. I'll retire. I'll turn it over to you. He'll turn it over to the next inning on the pop-outs. 6 up, 6 down, still scoreless.
Welcome to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and a slice of sports paradise. Hammered, gone! Up and out of Williamsport.
Are you kidding me? Lay out like a superhero.
Great baseball ahead. Here we go.
It's great baseball all month long, and it begins right here in Whitestown, Indiana. You take a look back at the last 10 champions, and a year ago, Taipei, Lake Mary, Florida, a team that I got to see up close 2 years ago, advancing through Warner Robins, I believe it was. And there you see the previous champions before that, Lance Corbier, Roy Philpott.
Honolulu had a little run, a couple championships.
Now batting for Minnesota, leading off. The top of the third.
You've done a great job, my friend, assisting Mother Nature, holding off the inclement weather thus far. I beg that you continue your efforts somehow, some way.
We might let it rain in between games just to water the field, but, you know, we're going to be good.
White Niska, the hitter.
Lineup's about to flip over.
Wyatt broke his arm 4 All-Stars last season. Healed a time for State. Just watch that one foul. We were wondering, and our outstanding statistician Lee Torben figured this out, how far it is to get a baseball out there towards the interstate. That would be the edge of I-65, well past the outfield. Ground out to first. And stepping on the bag quickly was Galloway.
Could we even do it with a golf shot?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, absolutely. 486 feet.
Number 32.
486.
All right.
It's a long ways. Top of the order. Logan Silmer. And that seeing eye single his first time up to bat. Coach Roberts said he can make free throws with his eyes closed, just like Jordan. One to left field, now one to right. This one's going to roll for a minute, and a one-out double. Digging for third, and a big turn. He will make it. A one-out triple. And here comes Minnesota. Well, Silmer can absolutely fly.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, boy. You think with his size, it's not going to be there, but man, he just pokes a line drive into the gap, and Dallas Dodson looked at the center fielder, Ben Sublette, and was like, I thought you had it. Oh, no, it's supposed to be mine. And boy, like you said, off to the races. A triple right here. Only one out now.
Went down in the zone to get it. Fly ball to right field. Is it deep enough to score Silmer? There's the out. There's the throw. Oh, it's a close play, but Silmer slides in safely. And the first run of the game is on the board. Minnesota out in front 1-0. Dodson did all he could out of right field to make that a close play at home plate.
Yeah, you really did, boy. The throw was right on the money, just a hair too late. Look at this, perfectly there. But the speed by Silmer, just enough. Gets Minnesota on the board first, 1-0.
Levi Roberts, sack fly. Here's Hodgson, 2 away, 1-0 our score in the top of the third. Hodgson has some pop at the bat. We talked about it earlier. Into the fielder's choice, his first plate appearance. Get Brady Young in the on-deck circle. You hit anything into the outfield, it's going to be wind assisted like this one. Off a bounce, off the wall. Hodgson, a 2-out double. And the hit parade continues for the team from Coon Rapids.
For the top of this Minnesota lineup, a lot of size there, and you can see Wesley Hodgson gets the bat out there, he hands through it, and he drives that ball into the gap. A stand-up double, a flex to the dugout, lets them know.
Here's Young. Hammers one foul. Are you a big flexer?
No. You got to have muscles if you're going to go out there flexing.
Got to have a reason to flex?
Yeah. If you're going to show something, you better have something to show.
Can't fake that one. Can't fake it till you make it there. Young walked his first time up. An eye-high swing for the fences, and it comes up empty. 0-2.
Notice the Minnesota team came out of this inning swinging early and often, and especially the way Otis had been around the zone in and out.
Sharply to third, gobbled up by Northweather, and that's one way to end the frame. Minnesota on the board, and it's off the bat of Levi Roberts in a close play at the dish.
Yeah, but enough speed right there by Logan Silmer. The triple with one out. Playing the game the right way. A little sac fly gets him on the board.
1-0 Minnesota, the lead over Missouri. Lance Cormier, Roy Philpott. Team from Coon Rapids already with 5 knocks. Mizzou in search of its first one. Try to change some of that mojo right here. Clellan will lead things off. Peyton, another power hitter that can hit both ways. Steady defensive standout too. Play both corners of that infield. And meanwhile, Brady Young on the bump continues to deal. Clellan can tie those fishing lures. You gotta love that. I believe I fished more before my teenage years in a span of like maybe 2 to 3 summers than I have my entire life combined. Like, that's the time I think where you learn, you do it, you hang out with family, you relax. Maybe I'm just too busy since then, and others have allocated their time better than what I can do.
That's something my 19-year-old, he's a sophomore in college, and my 13-year-old, an 8th grader, they have started to fish this summer. And I grew up in South Louisiana and didn't fish or hunt. My dad played professional softball, so I spent most of my, early years on a softball complex, and so didn't really do that. And my kids are getting into it, and I don't really know anything about it to teach them. So YouTube, how to fish.
I don't think it's rocket science, Lance.
Right.
You know.
I mean, back for us, though, when we were kids, it was in the coulee, and you threw a hot dog on the hook and see what you could get. You probably don't want to eat what you caught, but
you can put anything on that hook, and who knows what you're gonna.
One-eyed catfish come out of the coulees in Louisiana.
Hey, catfish are fish too. They taste good. You deep fry it. No idea what you're eating. Fly ball to center. Thorne with a nice running play, and a grab that was clean for out number 1.
You always need a good defensive play behind you, even when you're feeling good on the bump. And right now, Brady Young is rolling 7 up, 7 down. Just continues to pound that fastball down and away.
Brooks Boehm, the batter. Big fan of Fred Freeman. Only plays baseball. Gave a special hat tip to his mom this week. Full-time job, travels to every single one of his games. Jesse, your son absolutely appreciates everything that you do.
Yeah, I love it, boy. Ball players always have those good moms that are always there.
You don't realize how good they are until many years later, when then you're the parent.
Yeah,
and then
I was gonna say, you're having to do it.
My mom reminds me of that. She said, now you know.
Cleaning the uniforms, getting the snacks ready, making sure you got the sunscreen on.
Off-speed pitch that was tapped awkwardly back to Young. Fields and fires. That was off the body, I thought, right away, and so that was fouled. He ran it out as he should. Could tell it was off the foot or the chest right away.
Yeah, right off the front part of that shin, and but he kind of limped a little bit, but then he realized, hold on, this could be a hit, so I'm not going to sell it that it hit me enough. I'm going to get me a knock.
1-0 our score. And Missouri in search of its first hit of this game. It will not happen here. The strikeout for Young.
Boy, there's nothing confusing about what Brady Young's trying to do. He's just going to establish the outside part of the plate with the fastball, and I wouldn't say it's like overpowering, but it's good enough, and it's getting by these hitters, and man, he is on a roll.
He believes in that pitch,
right,
and you can sense that from where we are, and a lot of times that's as important as the skill set itself. The confidence to throw what you want to throw and to know where the ball's going.
Yeah, absolutely. What you're basically stating is the conviction in the pitch, right? I have the confidence to throw it at any count, but boy, I'm really convicted about it, and I'm going to continue to attack it no matter what happens.
Pearson Steinley, the hitter. Two straight out of the zone. That last one a bit low. 1-0 ball game. Winner of this one gets the winner of Wisconsin and Kansas tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern. Loser of this one, the tournament is not done. Back to Young. Fields it cleanly. Put a star by that one. Brady Young can do it all today here in Whitestown. And he's throwing a shutout to start his team. A 1-0 lead. If you want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball, visit playlittleleague.org. Enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. And perhaps you too can be a teammate of the feisty Brady Young and what he brings to the pitching mound this afternoon. A 1-0 lead. Minnesota over Missouri. Otis remains on the mound. First swing of the bat off the first pitch. And it's in and out of the glove of Bexton over at second. So the E4 has Minnesota in business. Right, Hammond's aboard.
Yeah, just one right here, right at him. It's a tough error because that's a tough hop, but does a good job of bodying it up there, keeping it in an infield.
Pitch count starting to inch a little higher for Otis, who's done a great job navigating his way through a couple of jams, only yielding the 1 run. That wild pitch will get back to the backstop, and that will allow the runner to advance to second. So Hammond wisely in tune with what happened there, wasted no time. And Otis now at 65 offerings. Off speed and high. So now at 66. Puts him in the threshold requiring the additional rest, Lance.
Guarantees him to have 4 days rest. There's a pitch count limit where you're at 0. If you stay under the 20, you can come back the next day, but there's a threshold of it, and after he hit 66 pitches, that means he can't pitch again until Wednesday.
3-1 up and away, and Grubner will walk down to first base, pause for a moment, turned around, talk to the home plate ump, and there you go. Max tosses per game is 85.
So you see that bottom thing though, it says may finish the at-bat at each threshold, meaning if he gets to that number, he can, like, so if at 85, he can start the at-bat at 84. Right, and finish that. It could be a 10-pitch at-bat, and he can end up throwing 94, but still gets a chance to finish.
A pitching change coming. And they'll reboot here with runners at first and second. And an awfully big AB coming in this one. It's Calic, the new pitcher, number 5 for Missouri. But the story thus far has been what we've seen from Brady Young. And for Minnesota, went 11-1 to win their state tournament. And you see that middle number there, 131 to 26. I mean, that's...
Well, look at that, 12 games, and they scored 10-plus runs.
It's dominance.
And 9 of them.
Dominance.
I think I saw somewhere they only had to pitch like 3 guys of their top 5 because they scored so many runs, didn't feel like they had to.
Pretty nice luxury.
Yeah, it is.
So a big moment here for Smith Petticourt. Runners at first and second. No outs. Already a 1-0 lead. And Petticourt doubled his first time up. Squares to bunt. And that'll be strike 1. Petticourt, Oakview Middle School as well. Basketball player. Granddad played for the Packers, as in the Green Bay Packers in the 1950s. Bunted foul for strike 2. Wind still gusting 10 to 15 miles an hour towards left center field. Petticourt to left, played perfectly out there by Bowen. That is a very important first out.
I love how Piskalik has come in and throwing strikes. 3 straight pitches, 3 straight in the zone. Not able to get the bunt down. He does a good job of getting that ball in the air. We're not able to advance the runners either. So now he's 1 pitch away. Get a ground ball, double play. Who knows?
Get him on, get him over, get him in. Couldn't do it there. The first pitch strike to Kramer. Rain and Kramer struck out his first time up. Batting 8th in this continuous order. 1-0 game. The 0-1. Bottom fell out of that pitch right off the top shelf for strike 2. Pascala coming in has been impressive.
Yeah, he's totally different view. He's coming from the left side, a little bit slower, some nasty junk.
That one in the dirt, it gets away. And the runners will take second and third. And on the strikeout, there will be 2 away.
Love how he's coming in here again. Throwing strikes. He's going to get out of this inning with 1 more out. That's a huge momentum swing.
Absolutely.
If you're able to get out of this inning.
But you can feel his confidence on
the
mound and what we've seen right away. Got Hammond over at third base.
But how many times do you see that where the pitcher comes in, bails out his other guy, you know, maybe a big defensive play, and then that brings that momentum into the dugout. You come out and score some runs that next inning.
That's baseball 101, my friend.
We've seen some games.
Couple. Used to watch the Superstation back in the day, WGN. Cubs, Braves, the only national networks that were on back then. 7:05, I knew where I was going. Classic NL West battle between the Braves and Astros.
Everybody knew the 05. That was the TBS way.
Thole, ball gets away. Coming home is Hammond to make it 2-0. And also advancing to third on the pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's one way to manufacture a run and scratch another one across in a game where it's been very difficult to plate anything.
A tough job I hear by Missler. The pitch is just nasty. Oh, goes right through the 5-hole. Doesn't quite get the glove low enough. Another heads up base running 2 to get it 2-0 Minnesota.
Minnesota's taken advantage of the breaks it has been afforded. Minnesota's taken advantage of the outstanding start by Brady Young. Now a full count. Thole comes up empty. Missouri clearly still within striking distance, and a lot of ball left. Bottom of the 4th coming up, trailing 2-0 as Minnesota adds a run to the tally. 2-0 lead. Little League Baseball Regionals continue with Little League Around the Bases presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Our whip-around coverage of every region hosted by Matt Schick, Mike Rooney. Saturday and Sunday from 1 o'clock to 9 o'clock Eastern, streaming live on ESPN+. We also know the producer involved in that broadcast. Do outstanding work. May recognize those names from Squeeze Play during collegiate baseball season. A mainstay for all Stitch heads out there. Young remains on the mound, a 2-0 lead. Let's see what number 99 can do for Missouri. You wear number 99 in 2026. You kind of know who he's a fan of. Gavin Otis, right? John Warner Middle School. Do I need to say it?
Yeah, no. I mean, nowadays you're seeing more and more people put that on there, but you're right. The big old Aaron Judge.
I mean, I want to see His Honor get back and play. Or I want to see him help. I don't know that I want to see the Yankees win a bunch of games, but it's fun when he hits the ball a long ways.
And pretty sure if he's back healthy, that does mean the Yankees win a bunch of games.
Wayne Gretzky also wore number 99.
The great one.
Not a big hockey guy. Need to be better with that. Into right field. That's going to drop Otis aboard. And a good start for Missouri, trailing by 2. Leadoff man now standing at first base. Outstanding hitting by Gavin Otis.
Yeah, this is how you help yourself out a little bit on the mound. Boy, beautiful inside out swing. He waits on the ball. Drives this right over the second baseman's head, and he gets their party going, man. It had been a lot. What was it? 3 up, 9 down, 3 innings, scoreless. So nice job right there by Otis, getting that first hit, getting a base run on board.
First hit of the game. Let's see what Brady Young is able to do now. And Galloway swats and foul at the top of the net. Other thing with Otis, I did want to get it in. Where's the number 99? He's a big turkey omelet guy.
Turkey omelet?
Turkey omelet before the game guy. I just want to let that marinate for a moment. You come back when you're ready.
He's got to have a good hotel where they're staying if he's going to, or I don't even know where you go find a good turkey omelet.
I mean, Mom's hooking you up there, you would hope. Like she knows.
She has to.
Yeah.
That's research
or
before.
Dad. Right?
But that's high quality research before you get to the city to know, hey, either we have the kitchenette in the hotel room or there's a place we got to go find it.
I can make a mean omelet. That's why I'm giving a shout out to all the dads. A little Western omelet. I don't really do the turkey omelet. Off speed and high. It's ball 1. I mean, is that like the sliced turkey you put in the omelet, or is that like a Thanksgiving bird turkey that you put in the omelet?
Maybe cubes it up. Maybe you can buy them like you see, like
cube
little,
turkey.
Yeah, cube.
To shallow center and played perfectly by Blount for out number 1. So that's a very important swing for both sides. And remaining at first base, Gavin Otis. I'll be thinking about the turkey omelet for a while. I'm not going to have a turkey omelet.
No, you make it.
Not interested in a turkey omelet, but I'll be thinking about it. Pisculic out of Gentry Middle School. Twin sister Mallory was part of the regionals a couple of weeks ago representing Missouri.
Well, that's twice that Brady Young, that front foot has clipped the dirt right before he's ready for it. And both times that pitch has been low.
So what's happening there the way you see it?
As he lifts, he comes, a lot of times guys will be going to the plate with their foot. He brings it more straight down and then rides down the mound with it. So he's just bringing it a little too low, clipping the dirt.
You can see it the way that wind up and that torque is released.
How about this, how dominant he has been so far? We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's only the 3rd 2-ball count. 2-ball, not 3-ball, 2-ball.
47 pitches in, too. He has been awfully impressive as we documented. 2-2. In baseball, you got a quality pitcher, you got a quality start, you got a quality chance. Sunshine poking out right between these enormous cumulus clouds right above us. Wind drifting out towards center field again. You hit one that direction, it could travel towards that interstate. Is that I-65 out there?
Yeah, center field flag. We got a good little wind.
Payoff pitch. Just missed, and now the tying run aboard. Great take. Runners at first and second for Missouri. With some of these takes, you feel like the batter's waiting to see if they're going to be rung up.
Number 12, Dallas Dotson.
But how about our 2 base runners, the 2 pitchers, hey, helping themselves out.
And now it's Dallas Dobbs, power hitter. John Warner Middle School plays all those outfield positions. Big turkey guy, too, eats a sandwich, nacho Doritos before every game.
I mean, not your typical 13-hole, hitter size, right? I mean, he's up here 115 pounds. Good-looking athlete in the box.
Sweet swing, he comes up empty. Yeah, you're thinking you get to the 13-hole
right,
and maybe you got a breather.
Yeah.
Guess again. Dobbs looked like he could start for the high school team on the hardwood at center. Good size. And he rings him up on the outer edge. Dobson knew it, retreating back to the dugout. The strikeout for Young, out number 2. And the 5th strikeout today for Brady Young.
Roy, a lot of times you have the pitcher's pitch, you have the hitter's pitch, and you have what I would call this one as the umpire's pitch. The ball may be a little bit off the zone, and if you've been pounding that bottom part of the zone, the umpire, hey, how far will he stretch out with you? Give you a couple inches off the plate.
Let's give some credit, too, to Randy Kramer on the frame.
Yeah, good frame.
We've talked a lot of turkey here in this inning. I don't know what Brady Young had for breakfast today, but
keep
rest
doing
of his teammates may want to have more of that tomorrow, whether it's an omelet or a sandwich. Go back to the top of the order. Jackson Kovar. Big fan of Young Sheldon, 0 for 1. And the shortstop awaiting the 2-0 from Young. Hitter's count. Lines it into right center field. That'll get down quickly for a knock. Blount picks it up. Here comes the turn at third. No throw to home. Missouri's on the board with runners at the corners. So a brand new ball game. It's 2-1, and this offense too electric to keep in check. Jackson Kovar finally finds a way to the outfield. And the RBI.
Well, how about it, Roy, right? That's what you're taught. Flip the lineup, get back to the top of the lineup, and that's what this Missouri team did. Got a couple runners on, and you get to the top of the lineup. Kovar just comes through and got a new ball game. 2-1. Still got runners on the pond, though.
Dotson at third. Plenty of speed. Massive moment. Lead is sliced in half. And Northweather takes ball 1 from Young. As a pitcher, when you give up that first run, mentally, how big of a deal is that to try to bounce back?
It is, because that's where the frustration comes in, but you got to know that, hey, get over that. We're taught is, hey, it's next pitch, next at bat, because now you still have guys in scoring position. So 1 ball in the dirt calls a tie ball game.
But really, when did you start to believe that and buy in, or did you ever?
Well, no, you have to, because if you're not going to play very long. But some of these guys have it, because it's just a mentality of the toughness, the competitive drive they have. And usually your best pitchers will have that. They're able to turn the page quick.
Infield a few paces in. 1-1 to right center. We got a tie game. Northweather comes up clutch. And now Missouri with a chance to grab its first lead. And it will. Sliding in safely to make it 3-2. Some 2-out lightning. Jackson Kovar gets it done. And I mean a burst for this team that's been trailing the entire afternoon. Northweather.
All about the second time through the lineup, the ball up in the zone, and like you said, McCoy Northweather, same exact spot into that right center field gap. This time he gets to the wall. Kovar, the speed, scores from first. Now we got a new lead, right? 3-2 here.
And the inning is not over. Missler out in front, 0-1. Northweather standing at second base. 3 spot on the board for Missouri. Remember, this team from Columbia, from Como, secured its first hit of the game in this frame. Northweather off another knock makes it 4-2. Benjamin Missler applying pressure. And some more 2-out magic for the team from Como. When they were chanting MIZ before the game, they had all the parents in unison, giving a little energy and a pep in the step for this young team. And it has paid dividends.
Well, think about it, Ro. We talked about how the nervousness, the anxiousness, you're playing on TV, and they looked like it in their first couple of bats, but boy, the lineup switch. Hey, got to give a lot of credit too to Gavin Otis, Piskalik, to get on base at the bottom part of the lineup. He got the first hit, you got the base runner. It took the pressure off everybody else, and then all of a sudden, boy, Kovar, Northweather, Missler, 3 straight big time knocks, RBI, getting them the lead now, 4-2.
Hodgson now comes in as the courtesy runner over at second. And Roberts out of the Minnesota dugout.
I love that aggressiveness from Missouri's third base coach. Coach Kovar just putting the pressure once he had the lead, putting the pressure on the center fielder out there. Blount to make the good throw and little up the line, and he gets that 4th run in.
Dotson's going to try to score his 2nd run in this inning, coming back in the game at second. That's fun. How much fun is that? I mean, how much fun is Little League? We got a chance to score 2 runs in an inning, coming back in. He was caught looking up the bat. Back past the glove of Young, over to the shortstop, over to first. And he took the first baseman off the bag. And let's see if they want to take a look at this. The throw was in time, but the toss coming in allowed the first baseman to move off the bag at the last moment, right as he received the baseball.
Roy, for me, Levi Roberts, unbelievable play. Look at it, he's making the throw 3 or 4 steps on the other side of second base. Wesley Hodgson, the throw beats him. First base umpire DJ Rose is calling that he's off the bag. I felt like live.
That throw was
a great play. Yeah, this is awesome. Now, nobody has a better view because he is right there on it. He's calling that his first base, the foot, he's saying is off the bag when he stretches. So you see how that ankle kind of rolls a little bit. You can see maybe it pulled off.
Of course, it is reviewable whether or not a runner is safe or out at first base. The manager challenges. You're allowed 2 unsuccessful challenges in regulation, 1 in extra innings. Calling field was safe, so that's vital. Do you see enough there? The 2 looks that we just showed you to overturn the call.
It's gonna be hard on the looks. Live, I felt like he was out, you know, especially with the good play. But like I mentioned, he had the perfect angle right down the line, and if he's calling that first baseman's foot off the bag, he's the one who can see it.
What's amazing how quickly this game changed in this inning.
Oh, for sure.
With Missouri. One more look. And Young was smooth sailing. He had no hitter going.
Yeah, 9 up, 9 down. It was just a matter of getting that first guy on, just took the whole pressure off that whole lineup, and then a nice at bat by Piskalik. And then all of a sudden, you're looking at what, 3 straight 2-out knocks, which now could be a 4 straight 2-out knock.
Feels like a fall Saturday for a moment, and a targeting call and a review up in the booth and what's happening, and your guess is as good as mine. And it's a bang bang play. What do you do?
Yeah, we got to get the clock set back again. What yardage line? No, this is just, hey, safe or out. Here we go.
You make it sound so simplistic. Crowd reaction tells you the story. We're still playing in this inning. Runners at first and third.
We do have 4 straight 2-out knocks. Hey, games are won and lost with 2 outs. Who can make the big hit? And right now we're seeing this Missouri lineup do that.
Dodson still at third. H.C. Reed, the hitter. He'll crowd the plate. Fly ball to right field. Will it get down? The answer is no, and played beautifully by Hammond. to retire the side, but the damage is done. Missouri finally on the board with 5 hits and 4 runs. Now a 2-run lead through 4 complete.
Welcome back to Whitestown. We got a ball game here, a little tale of 2 games. Early on, it was all Minnesota. Levi Roberts, the sack fly. Leadoff hitter Zilmer scores easily. They scored another run on a pass ball, but then, boy, the second time around in the lineup, Missouri comes in with 4 straight 2-out knocks. Jackson Kovar with the first one. Then all of a sudden, we have McCoy Northwetter, Ben Missler, 2 balls in the gap, another one up the middle. And now we got a 4-2 ball game. Missouri on top.
I feel like you could be a play-by-play after listening to that recap right
like
here.
that?
Yeah, I don't like maybe a strong word, but it was
Okay.
good.
You're okay. You just deal with it, right?
Yeah,
It's good.
Just like baseball, we roll with the punches. Wild pitch, backstop, brings home a run. We're on to the next pitch.
Move on. I got to get over it, right?
I thought that question, though, was a good one because I do wonder sometimes. If you reach the bigs, you play in college, you're playing in Williamsport, you've got talent. But do you truly buy into the notion, next pitch mentality?
You have to.
And just forget about what's already transpired.
So a lot of times, especially like on those some things, right? A ball in the gap, maybe there's a man on first, you're probably having to cover home. Like, that's the part where you got to get rid of it. You have that moment where you're frustrated, and then you got to walk back to the mound to get the ball. And after that, when you step on that rubber, we talked about conviction. If you don't step on that rubber with conviction and you're still doubting yourself because of what happened on that last play, the next one's not going to be good either.
Brits, that'll be out number 1. Mason's come in on the mound and just slammed the door shut to give his team a chance.
They call him the fireman.
So Brits is retired. That gets us back to Braden Blount.
Now batting number 22, Braden Blount.
I mean, he came in. He got the line drive right when they had first and second to left field. Then he punched out the next 2. The only run that scored that he gave up was just a ball through the catcher's 5-hole. So I love what he's done so far.
Crafty lefty.
Crafty, yeah. The one thing, though, see, the glove's big. We need the hat to turn a little sideways. It's got to be a crooked hat. But, yes, he has the crafty lefty written all over it.
Maybe the next CC Sabathia.
I think he'd take it.
Oh, absolutely he would. Swatted foul, ball and 2 strikes. Mother Nature cooperating. Top of the 5th inning, 2-run affair. Winner of this game will get the winner between Wisconsin and Kansas. That game coming up later on tonight. The loser will face the loser of that game on Sunday at 1:30. So drop down into the elimination bracket. Bottom fell out there. Blount strikes out. And who is this hurler, number 5? Daniel Boone, Little League. Now his 4th strikeout coming out of the bullpen.
Number 52, Wyatt Niskia.
Two quick outs. Missouri a 2-run lead. Off speed and it floats up there for a called strike one on the outside corner. We had him fooled. Over to short. And a 1-2-3 frame. Jeremy Bexton's team has rallied to grab his 2-run lead back up to bat after this. Don't forget, coming up later tonight after this game concludes, remember the winner of this matchup between Minnesota and Missouri will face the winner between Wisconsin and Kansas. Wisconsin, the Blue Caps you saw there. Kansas squad out of Pittsburgh, Kansas. That's without the H if you're keeping track at home and scoring as we expect you to. 7 o'clock Eastern. Winner of these two games square off. The losers also match up in an elimination game on Sunday afternoon. Lance Cormier, Roy Philpott.
Make sure you send your scorecards to @RoyPhilpott.
I will verify. I will grade accordingly on a curve.
Did I get the handle right?
That's pretty good. Okay. That's just my name. Slow roller over to short. 1 up, 1 down. New pitcher's Blount on the mound. Missouri a 2-run lead. And Blount trying to keep this one exactly where it is.
Quietly, how about the game? Levi Roberts had the sac fly. He's made 2 really nice plays up the middle of the shortstop position. Good action. The glove, the arm, footwork.
Waved out and fouled back. It's a ball and a strike. Peyton McClellan. Favorite food, fried chicken. Now we're getting somewhere. Give me past the turkey omelets. Turkey sandwich. That one falls back quickly.
I can guarantee you can find some fried chicken any city, no matter where you're at.
I think when he says fried chicken, that's not just chicken fingers. Like, that's fried chicken. Like the chicken leg, the thigh, the wing.
Well, at this age, it might be the chicken fingers. I'm hopeful it's, yeah, the wing. Give me a little Popeyes.
Oh, McClellan couldn't hold off of it. Off speed out in front. And the strikeout for Blount. Well, his stuff is kind of straight filth. Maybe not in the most traditional sense.
Big breaking ball right there. I mean, he's got one job. You got to keep this a 4-2 deficit. Can't allow any more runs. The way Piskelik's throwing the ball, it's going to be tough.
Brooks stays off the pitch well outside. He's not at a payphone looking to call home. But it is his favorite song, Maroon 5. You're familiar. Is that on the playlist?
No.
Fouled back, and that's going to land right on top of us. Thank goodness there's a roof there to protect Great Lance Cormier.
There's not much of a playlist.
Maroon 5, payphone. That song's probably 10, 12 years old.
Yeah. I know who Maroon 5 is.
All right, but are you familiar with the song? I'm at a payphone. He's sad.
I'm saying no.
So you're not even familiar with it at all?
I'm bad with music.
You're familiar with that. A shot into left field. And a 2-out knock. Missouri trying to increase its advantage here in the home half of the 5th. Good piece of hitting there.
Number 30.
Absolutely, boy, that's a closed off stance. Ball comes in, he's able to keep the hands in, and that was a rocket to the left fielder.
Back to Pearson Steinle. Outside, you got to be careful here. You're only down by 2. 5 of the 6 hits by this Missouri team coming with 2 outs in it. We talk about the clutch gene. That's a quintessential track from the 2010s.
Movies and music just aren't my thing.
It's understandable. You're a baseball guy. I mean, you are a baseball guy. Baseball family.
Baseball family.
It's what you guys do, which is why you're here.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Now it's become a little cross country, little basketball with my little guy. So we're about to enter that season.
Dropped it in on the outer edge for a called strike 3. So the punch out for Blount. And we head to the top of the 6th inning. There is work to do for Minnesota, trailing 4-2, Lance.
Yeah, how about that? 2 punch out for Blount. Both of them right here. This breaking ball, look at that. It's slow enough right on the backside of the plate.
Time is now back in Whitestown, Indiana, as Missouri has rallied a 2-run lead. Minnesota with 3 outs to work with. You take a look at the line for Brady Young. Impressive until Missouri, second time through the order, found some 2-out magic. Logan Zillmer, single, triple. He scored a run, and that 4th inning is the difference for the team from Como in the Show Me State. All right, so what's it going to take here? Minnesota trailing by 2. Got 3 outs to try to get 2 on the board to extend it. Well, with another run, a chance to win it perhaps in the bottom half of this inning. And let's see, it's the top of the order, and Zillmer will lead things off.
Yeah, you're right where you want to be. Got a guy already with a single, a triple.
Launches this one straight away center, played brilliantly for out number one. Sublette was right where he should have been. And wind assisted, that had a little extra on it. No problem in center field.
Number 24, Levi.
You can't ask for more. I mean, that's the part of baseball that's tough, right? All you can do is control it, right? Put the big part of the bat on the ball. He hits it hard, but sometimes it's right at guys. And as a pitcher, those feel really good.
So here's Levi Roberts. Coach's kid. Hockey player, home run derby champion twice. He would take a bloop and a blast here with Hodgson right behind him. Swung at it, let her high, over to short, and not in time. So Minnesota with life here. The play deep in the hole by Kovar, who's made that throw this afternoon. Couldn't do it, and flying down the line was Roberts.
Yeah, again, love the way this guy, Levi Roberts, plays ball up out of the zone, just off the end of the bat, but man, the head down, hustling down the line, and he knew he had a shot. Jackson Kovar, just, it's thick grass up here. He challenged the ball.
Snap throw down to first. Roberts back in safely. By the way, you mentioned the grass. How beautiful is this complex, this field? You appreciate the fact playing on the real stuff?
You do, but you got to think most of these guys have probably played on all dirt infield, so that ball might be a little bit faster. See, Jackson Kovar looked at the dugout like, hey, I did what I was supposed to do. I charged the ball, made the play. A little too much speed by Levi Roberts. But it's a big difference because you don't have many fields that have grass on the infield in Little League.
To third, Northweather gets the force at second. Throw to first, not in time. It trickles away. Galloway goes to retrieve it. 2 down now here in the top of the 6th inning. And now Minnesota down to its final out.
I like the effort right there. Carter Beckson had probably no shot, but hey, make the chance, try to turn that double play because it's a 2-run lead. You know, if it's an error, he gets to second base, no big deal. That run doesn't necessarily matter.
And it all comes down to Brady Young. The wake surfing machine sings it foul.
You can see right there the hitter's approach. You got to wait on it. Piscola's got a lot of off speed. The fastball's not too hard, but then the curveball comes in a lot slower, and so that's the pitch he's been getting them on.
Through the back door, and Minnesota down to its final strike.
Bet you're going to see the exact same pitch. Hard to do damage on that backdoor breaking ball.
Rocks and delivers. A little more pace. Just a bit outside for ball 1.
Going right back to it, Roy.
Get away from the catcher, Missler. And the runner advancing down to second.
Little life right here. You get this guy on. Got Ray Hammond. He had a really hard hit ball in his first at bat.
Swung at it, let her high, waiting for its Kovar, fields and fires, and it's in time. MIC. And Missouri with 4 runs in the 4th inning. That was all that was needed in a 2-run victory against Minnesota in a well-played game here in the Midwest region.
Again, really tale of 2 ball games. All Minnesota early, Missouri coming in late. About the performance from Mason Piscolic out of the bullpen. 3 scoreless innings. A lot of 2-out hitting. I mean, the game's won and lost with 2 outs. Made the plays, made the pitches, got the hits. That's how you win. It's winning baseball.
South Dakota and Iowa have already punched their ticket tomorrow, the early start, and Missouri awaits the winner of our second game coming up later tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, between Wisconsin, Whitefish Bay, and Kansas out of Pittsburgh. That's Pittsburgh, Kansas. For Lance Cormier, I'm Roy Philpott. We say good afternoon from Whitestown, Indiana. And more baseball headed your way coming up about 90 minutes from now as we continue the march to Williamsburg.